If you're watching this, I already know you're serious about changing your life. I'm gonna walk you through the exact process that took me from broke, working a dirty job for $18 an hour, to flipping houses 100% virtually from my laptop and making over $100,000 a month. And listen, I'm not holding anything back. Value on top of value on top of value. If you're tired of fluff and ready to really get into the game, let's lock in. And make sure that you stay till the end of this video, because at the end, I'm gonna bring up something that may just change your life forever. Guys, 12 months ago, I was just like you. I was in school, playing football, working, and I was broke. My fiance was covering the rent. I felt like a failure. I saw someone post a check for $20,000, and it was from wholesaling real estate, and there was a spark that lit up in my mind. If they can do it, why can't I? I dove right in. My very first check was $5,500. That's it. It's not a big amount of money, but it was mind-altering. From there, I just kept going. I failed a lot. I failed left and right, and every single day I canceled 15 contracts in a row. I lost deals. I got ghosted. I paid tens of thousands of dollars to mentors, coaches, courses, events. But eventually, after all of the work I put in, something finally clicked. Within 6 months of being in the game, I closed $50,000 in 1 month. Now, I'm helping other people do the same. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how, so I can put my money where my mouth is. Before I give you the tactics, because you're not gonna understand me yet unless you have the right mentality, let's talk about mindset. If your belief system is broken, no system will save you. Remember that. The blessing is not there in your life yet because you're not prepared enough for it. I went through a lot of failure to be prepared, but I'm here so that you can cross that bridge without the risk of drowning like I was doing. Here's what changed for me. Number one, you don't need money to make money. You need it to multiply money. We'll get into that later. But right now, you don't need money to make money. Number two, consistency beats talent every day. Match the two together, unstoppable. Number three, action builds confidence, guys. Put in the work so that you know that what you're doing is right. You want to find every single way to fail possible. And number four, this is a skill, and the skills pay the bills. I'm not making this stuff up. And most people lose because they dabble. If you decide to go all in, I'm telling you, this business will change your life forever. So let's break down virtual wholesaling in 5 steps. Number one is marketing, and that is getting leads. Number two is talking to the leads. You're gonna contact them, you're gonna talk to them, you're gonna build rapport, you're gonna gather information, all that. Number three, get a property under contract. Leads equal deals if you make offers. Number four, you're gonna find a buyer to move that contract to quickly. Number five, you close the deal. That's it. Simple as that. It's simple, it's not easy. Heard somebody say it's like digging a hole. It's simple, but it's not easy. You gotta actually get the shovel in your hand and do the work. You are a connector. Your job is to find people with problems and match them with the solution, which happens to be you, because you're the one that knows people with the money. I'm not gonna get super in depth because I wanna make sure you can absorb all of this before it's too much. Here is exactly what I use to do deals. I use Zillow for comping and underwriting. I use Deal Machine to pull data. Batch dialer for my cold callers to dial. Use Google Voice for a business phone number. Use DocuSign for the contract, and pay me if you want to learn how to find buyers. Nah, I'm just playing, bro. You just gotta put the work in. You just gotta call people that have bought houses in the area and flip them. It's simple as that. And literally, I use Google Sheets as my CRM. It just keeps me organized. I color code the leads. If it's red, they're gone. I move them into the dead leads section because I'm not letting a dime go to waste, man. I'm utilizing everything. If we need to follow up, they go yellow. If we lock them up, they go bright green. It's simple as that, guys. Don't overcomplicate this. You don't need a fancy $3,000 a month CRM to make $100,000 a month. I am living proof of this. But a quick tip, forget about the tools. Let's start simple. We don't need to get fancy. Let's just take action first. And real quick, here's how I teach my cold callers how to call. Hey, John, you open here an offer for your property on Main Street? They say no 98 times out of 100. But when they say yes, okay, awesome. What are you looking to get for it? Simple. They give a number, they write it down for me, and then they say, okay, cool. Our standard closing time frame is 30 business days or less. Does that work with you? And they give you their time frame. It's as simple as that. So guess what? Within 15 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is, my cold callers got, yes, I want to sell. Here's how much I want for it. And here's my timeline. Guys, simple as that. And then guess what? They're off the phone, on to the next, so we can be as efficient as possible. And then I'm getting on the phone, or my acquisition that I just recently hired is getting on the phone with them. And so now it's your job to call those leads and murder their phone. You're going to murder their phone. And now I'm going to give you 5 quick tips to lock up deals on the phone. Some people are like, no, how do I, what? They want me to come see the house. Whatever, bro. No, they don't. They don't care. Here's how I lock up deals without ever seeing the house. Number one, build extremely great trust. Ask great open-ended questions so that they can talk and they know and feel like you understand their situation in full. That's it. Number two, ask them for photos, bro. Ask them for photos. If you have photos, you need to come see my house. Doesn't happen anymore. And listen, how do you ask for photos without saying, hey, can you send me some photos? First you say, are you home right now? And they say, yes. Cool, could you go ahead and take some photos for me, video walkthrough, whatever it is. If they say, no, I'll be home later. Okay, perfect, man. Could you go ahead and just send me a quick video of the place whenever you get home? Simple as that, simple as that. Anyway, run comps then using Zillow and Redfin. And that's where you're gonna look at comparable properties. What are they selling for in this neighborhood after they're fixed up? Because that's where you're gonna have to run your offer formula from. Then, when you come to an agreement after negotiating like a madman, send them a contract via DocuSign. Simple as that. It looks extremely professional. Leave a nice little message whenever it sends to them. You can read how nice of a person you are and how much you care about them and how it's a pleasure doing business with them. And they're like, oh, let me check out this DocuSign. Boom, 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 done. Also, don't forget that you do need a due diligence clause or an inspection period in the agreement. Why? Because if you want to go ahead and buy a property based off of the word of mouth that a seller is telling you the condition is in, it's just not gonna work, guys. Like, they lie all the time. They're just gonna lie all the time. So you need to be able to get a walkthrough with this property before you actually go in. Maybe they're gonna send you photos from 6 months ago when it's not gonna be anything like what it is now, and they're gonna act like it is. And that, guys, you don't wanna get caught up in that. So make sure that you have a due diligence clause or something like that in there. That being said, if they're all skittish about it, throw them some earnest money. $1,000 non-refundable, whatever it is. I know some people do $100, whatever it is. Just, guys, good faith. You shouldn't lock up a deal if you don't think you're gonna close it anyway. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be honest, clear, concise, trustworthy, and confident. And once the deal is signed, here's how you get paid. Post the deal in Facebook groups, investor groups. Reach out to realtors that have buyers. Call all the solds on Zillow in the area. The comps are your buyers. And once you have a buyer, take all these documents to the closing company, to the title attorney, whoever it is, and have them handle the rest of the transaction. Your profit is the difference between what it's under contract for and what you find a buyer for. For example, I just did a deal for $28,000, which I was able to assign within 25 minutes of locking up the deal. That's what happens when you have VIP buyers. We'll talk about that in another video. Hey guys, quick interruption. Hopefully you're loving this as much as I am. If you're enjoying this video, if you're getting some value from it, just leave a like, subscribe, shoot a comment. Guys, DM me on Instagram at official Noah Clark. I answer every single DM. Let's rock and roll. Let's take this to the moon together, family. Let's go. Just got a text from a buyer right now. Gotta handle this. I'm really slinging deals. Hello, Deanna. How we doing? We're gonna fight for it. We're gonna get it done no matter what. Did they give you a number? What their top dollar was?
They told me it was between them, but I'm gonna tell you what it is. But you can't just jump there. All right, so close. But
anyways, for example, if you get a deal locked up for $90,000 like I did on the last one, and then you find a buyer for $118,500, you will make the difference with just $28,500. It's actually that simple. And that deal was assigned within 25 minutes and closed within a week. If you think, oh, I gotta wait 30, 60 days to get paid, no, bro, you can get paid like next week. Let me go over some common mistakes that I see beginners make regularly. Number one, talking too much on the phone rather than listening. They don't care what you have to say unless it's gonna advance their needs. Number two, overanalyzing every deal rather than taking action. I used to do this too, guys, but just get on the phone and then look at the deal. That's it. Number three, not following up enough. You must murder these leads, guys. I say that over and over again because you need to continue following up until they answer the phone. Guys, at some point they said, I want to sell my property. That's the only reason you're in touch with them. You are doing them a disservice if you don't get them on the phone. They get a lot of phone calls, a lot of spam calls, a lot of Indian calls. They got no clue who you are calling them until you're on the phone with them. Guys, you need to do everything in your power if you want this to get on the phone with these sellers. And guys, number four, you should not expect quick money if you have no skill. What you're doing is building a skill. That's why you continuously put reps in after reps after reps after reps, guys. And if you're not doing it, there's somebody out there that is doing it, that is having success. The formula to success is so simple. You just repetitively repeat the same action over and over and over and over and over again until you can't get it wrong. Listen, I used to play quarterback, guys, in high school and college. Guess what I did? For 9 months out of the year, I would grind and work and work and grind and work and grind just to throw a ball maybe 30 times in a game, which only happened 10 to 15 times in a year. Guys, I worked 350 days out of the year for 15. So if I could do that then, oh my goodness, all I gotta do is work a little harder now, and the paydays come around a lot more than game day, baby. So if you get the athlete mentality where you know that delayed gratification and instant action need to be together, you're gonna win in this game. Guys, wholesaling rewards the relentless, not the perfect. My first $50,000 month, what did I do differently compared to the $5,500 month? Focused on higher quality conversations. Focused on higher quality leads. I began outsourcing the things that took up the most time. I practiced and refined my scripts. I took God and my purpose seriously, and I expected results rather than hoping for them. The biggest shift, I became the person that success was looking for. It's not the money that makes the man, it's the man that makes the money, bro. Anyway, so if you stayed all the way to the end, you're built different. Most people quit beforehand, halfway through even, but not you. You're here. Let's go. That's what I was doing a year ago. I was watching these videos to completion. What tidbits of information can I get? You never know what you're gonna miss out if you cut your work short. Here's what to do next. Hit the like button. Comment your biggest takeaway from this video. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna reply too. And if you want my personal help building your virtual wholesale business, just click one of the links in the description and apply, and we may be able to work together. That being said, I got a tight circle. This ain't a pitch. This is value. I got a tight circle, guys, and the people that work with me have success, so I might not work with you, but hey, you miss every chance you don't take, and you're just one deal away from changing your life forever. Let's go.